In this episode, we're going to be talking about money. Even if you don't make a lot, there are some specific strategies that I'm going to point out to help you recover from bad past decisions. I want to help you get ahead moving forward financially. And so you're not going to want to miss this one. There's going to be some practical tips to help you start getting that bag. Let's go.
The content in this podcast is meant for mature audiences. Put the children's earmuffs on.
All right, folks, timestamps are in the description if you want to move around to your favorite part of the video. Now, I do have some announcements, but I want to get straight to the content so I can help you guys start winning no matter where you're at financially. I want you to become a part of the growth game. Now, on this podcast, we discuss relationships, mindset, and money. And today we're going to talk about money. People always tell you, hey, you need to be balling. You need to be making this amount of money. Women expect this, right? For you to be a high value man, you need to be this. But there are levels to this, and it happens over time. And a lot of people don't tell you how to go about doing this. So that's what I'm going to do in this episode. If we could, we would want to have someone that could cater to us, treat us right, and give us all the things that we want in a relationship. Because I talk a lot about relationships on this channel, and it's hard to get that because of all the factors that go into it. Now, as a man, one of the things that you know that you need to have is money. I love money, but it's not because of the money. It's about what the money can do, the experience that money can bring me, right? And women have to be budgeted for because dates and doing nice things for women, going out, eating out, it all takes money. A woman is a great motivator for a man to make money, but you should have a bigger mission as a man. So these are a couple of questions when women start to talk about, oh, he don't have the bag and things like that I don't think they often think about. And so as a man, you might be in one of these positions. So what if you just got a divorce and you lost half, right? I just went through that. So I understand how devastating that can be on a man's, mental stability, his finances, all of that stuff, right? It takes you to a place that you may have to take a lot of time to rebuild. I understand that. This is for normal guys, not the people that are already millionaires. This is for the average 9-to-5 guy. So, what if you just got out of jail? This happens a lot, right? Guys do their time, they get out of jail, they try to rebuild their life. Maybe they got a felony. They're trying to piece their life back together. Sometimes it's hard for them to have the bag, and they still, want to date. They still want to eventually find somebody. What if you got with a woman and you just got finessed? Or what if you gave it your all, you gave her everything, and you just got finessed and you had to start over? This happens a lot as a man. Now, what if you hadn't been shameless plug, what if you hadn't been watching this channel, or you didn't have the info to not get finessed, and you actually got finessed out of cash? It's fine. This episode is going to help you get over that. Now, you will hear people say and talk about the burden of performance as a man, and it never lets up. You always have to perform. You always have to have a bag. You always have to be at this level, right? And it's tough sometimes, and you got to start over. But the important thing is to start over and do better, so you'll never have to visit that dark place again. Here's some of the practical ideas you can do. Real talk, it's hard to do some of what these gurus tell you to do. It's hard to get the bag if you don't know where to start, right? So step one is to stop. Step one is to stop. And when I say stop, I mean areas that you can completely stop doing so that you can start saving only to invest. You don't have to save forever, okay? So adopt what I call the stop method. So this is going to hurt, fellas. All right, this is going to hurt. Stop clubbing. Stop going out. All right? Stop going to the convenience store. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. Stop going to Starbucks. So how many times in the morning, let's say you stop to get gas, and then you go to the convenience store, you come out of there with $25 worth of stuff, right? Well, that's $25 you could have been either put in your savings or your investment account, right? Okay. Starbucks coffee. I can't tell you how much people spend at freaking Starbucks or just getting coffee, right? Maybe you have to get some cheap coffee. Maybe you buy a $9 coffee maker at Walmart and start buying you Folgers or something that lasts you for 4 weeks instead of going to buy a coffee every day. All right. Stop eating out. Adopt the stop method. Stop eating out. Just no lie. I'm not making this up. I used to spend about $1,500 on going out. I didn't even realize that I was spending this money. Right? You make the money, you're enjoying the experience. You don't even realize how much you're spending until I sat down and I did a budget. And we're going to talk about that in step 2. So again, step 1 is to stop. Stop clubbing, stop going out, don't stop at the convenience store getting snacks that cost you. Stop getting coffee in the morning. Go buy a cheap coffee maker and make that coffee before you go home. You know what I mean? That before you go to work, that kind of thing. Stop eating out. It's costing you a lot. Now, stop dating women for now. Now, I know you guys want the box. I know you do. But if you will just focus on what I'm telling you, you'll never have to worry about money again. All right. Stop dating for now because women have to be budgeted. Women have to be put in your budget. All right. Now, there was a previous short or episode where I said, don't date a woman if you can't afford to take her out 5 days a week. And I'm going to break that down. I didn't mean that you should be taking her out 5 days a week. If you want to do that, that's fine. But this is about having the ability to do that. And I'll tell you what I was thinking of when I said that. Let's just say if you was on the cheap side, and I would call cheap like, I don't know, Applebee's or something, a 2 for $20, something like that. All right. But let's say you did that 5 days a week. So and it's not even counting drinks and all of that. If you go out 5 days a week, let's just say if she don't cook, you don't cook, and y'all go out to eat $20 a day to 2 for $20, that's going to be $100 by the end of that week, not including the weekend. If you include the weekend, we're talking about $140, right? That's off rip. So if you get drinks and stuff, drinks like $10 a piece, you can add another $30, $40, to that per night. So it's like $40 a night. If you do it 5 days a week, that's $200 a week. I'm doing quick math here. Y'all can go back and add it up. So stop dating right now. If you can't afford to spend $200, because usually people don't date every night of the week. You might take her out once a week, right? Realistically, when I said take her out 5 days a week, I just did the math. It's about $200. And if you take a woman out, most men want to take her to a decent restaurant. It's going to be about $200 or maybe $100, $150. That's, both of y'all getting food, both of y'all getting drinks. You know what I mean? You might do some other things. It costs to date women, period. There's no other way to say it. Realize that you don't need to be saving forever. You need to stop when you get to a certain number. And we'll talk about that in stage 2 where you build. Okay. Now I just told you adopt the stop method was step 1. Stop doing all that stuff. Here's the second step. Budget. This is where you're going to build for 1 year. Just take 365 days. It takes some discipline, but I'm telling you, after this, you'll have a system. You'll know where your money is going. The budget is the first step to this. You tell every dollar where to go. And I do mean down to the last penny. That might sound like boring, but I'm telling you, this is how I got on top of my finances. So you budget for 1 year and you want to get up to a certain amount in savings and then use the rest of that only for investments. So for instance, even if you make $50,000 a year, right? You calculate how much your bills come out to and how much you got left over after. And then you pay yourself first. Again, if you stop, you can find money. If you stop going out, you stop taking women out, you stop dating, you stop clubbing, you stop going to the convenience store, you stop getting Starbucks in the morning, all of that money, I'm telling you, you'll find the money. And then you just budget for 1 year. All right. And the amount you should have in your savings is about 6 months. So for instance, if your bills and rent and everything that you pay for the month, minus the things I told you to stop doing, come out to $3,000, well, you need about $18,000. All right. If you budget for 1 year, it don't necessarily have to be 18,000, but you should at least have about 6 months of expenses in your savings account. Now, let's just say you were at the $18,000. Stop saving. The dollar does not get anything. It doesn't do nothing sitting in the bank. All right. That's for an emergency fund. You don't ever touch that money. You don't go into it unless it's like rent or like a tire blowing or a transmission. That's emergency fund that you can keep forever. You only get it to about 20K and then leave it be. Every dollar after that, the money that you would have been sending to your savings, then that goes and invest now. Now we on step 3 where you leveling up. So it doesn't matter what you make. It doesn't matter if you make 30K, 40K, 50K. It doesn't matter. If you do this budget and you tell every dollar where to go and you stop doing those things I said, you're going to have money, especially if you dedicate 1 year, 365 days to discipline, extreme discipline. Because here's the thing. When you have leverage, when you have money, nobody can call you broke. Women can't use all these excuses. You know, that's one less thing as a man that you have to worry about. Obviously, I'm going to tell you, you know, go to the gym, get in shape. You need to look the best you can look. So now if you do those 2 things, you go to the gym, be the best guy you can be, look the best you can look. And then you have the money on top of that. Now you don't got to worry about how much dates cost. Now it's time to start implementing some business ideas, because all that money that you were putting in savings, now you're going to put it in invest. Just where you level up. So there are a lot of business ideas. They cost little to no money, and you can start them up. 1, vending machines. All right. Now I've done the research. I cannot remember where I read this at, but I'll get the information for y'all, and I'll probably try to throw it in the description. But you could just Google this. All right. Go look for some old vending machines. They're anywhere from between $1,100 to $1,300. All right. You go find some place you can put that in. Doctor's offices, hospitals, lobbies. You talk with the person that runs the place. You say, hey, I got an idea. I'll give you a cut. I don't know. You can work it out however you want. What I'm just saying, you buy one. Once you buy it, it's an investment. It's done. You don't have to purchase it no more. All right. Then you fill it up. When you make profit, you take that profit and you just keep making it. And you do it again. Once you make enough to buy a second vending machine, you do that second vending machine, get it somewhere. Now you got 2 sources of income. Then you do it again. Simple. It's a lot hands off, and then you automate it too. Or you can do something like ATM machine. That's a little bit more costly, but you'll have the money to do it. Once you get to that savings number, all your money will be, all your disposable income will be into investments. Now you can start dating if you want to, but I'm telling you, women are a distraction, and you will see your money go down to the amount of class of woman that you date. For instance, if you date a high maintenance woman, and you'll know she high maintenance, she always look good, she get her hair done, nails done, whatever. That stuff is not cheap. I have an incredible amount of respect for it now, because my girl actually showed me how much it costs to do her nails and all of that. It's expensive. It's like $90 for a lash refill or whatever. By the way, y'all with these lashes that stop doing that. Who told y'all men like that? It looks crazy. You automatically X'd out. If I see a lash too like that long, where it's almost blowing me away when you blink, it's too much. Stop doing that. Side note. Anyway, pay yourself first. The money that you want to spend at the club, the money that you would have spent at convenience stores, eating out, also like at work. Let's just say if you go to work, right, you have like a 30-minute lunch break, you got to get out and get back in. Most people will stop by the closest restaurant close to them. I used to do it. Used to go to Burger King. What is eating like crap. So that's taking your body down, and it's costing you money. Stop doing that. Make dinner at home, right? Go grocery shopping. Include that in your budget. Instead of going out, you'll save a lot of money. Cook. Bring your lunch to work so that you're not going to the convenience store or to the fast food restaurant. You're not tearing down your body with trash food, and you're not tearing down your bank account, because that stuff starts to add up. Just imagine if you bought a $10 meal every day at lunch, and realistically it's more like $12 to $15. If you go to Chick-fil-A, you're going to pay a good $15-20 for a meal and a drink. But let's just say, for the sake of this podcast, that it was $12. All right. And you do that 5 days a week. That's $60. $60. Now imagine it's 4 weeks in a month. If you did that every week, we're not even including the weekend, you're looking at $240. All right, a month. If you do that a year, you're looking at like $3,000. I'm just doing quick math, or $2,400 rather. I'm just saying. Now let's take a pause here, and I want to ask you, and I want you to write it in the comments. What is your biggest challenge with making money, saving or investing? Leave me a comment. Let me hear what you think. I will probably make an episode covering the stuff that you guys ask about in the comments. And I also want to give a shout out about today's sponsor, which is Growth Gang merch. Is similar to the shirt I'm wearing. Well, it's exactly the shirt I'm wearing. The link will be in the description. I want to say thank you to all my new subscribers. Y'all rock. I appreciate it. And I'm only trying to help y'all get better in relationships, how you can find a quality partner, how to get that bag up, you know, that kind of thing, and how to get your mindset right. Anyway, thanks to all of y'all who continue to watch. Thanks to my Cash App crew, y'all who want to donate. You see it on the screen down there. Now, back to the thing. We on step 4. All right. Step 1 was stop. Stop everything you're doing, going out, clubbing, eating, convenience store. 2 is build, right? You budget. Set a budget for every dollar. You save 6 months of your expenses. Once you get that, stop saving, put all that money in, invest, and then you can start investing in something. Step 4 is where you can take, let's just say if you at your savings goal and you want to invest some money, but you don't know what to invest in. Let's just say you didn't do maybe the ATM thing or the vending machine thing. Maybe you don't know what you want to do. All right. Here are some ideas how you can crush it and win, where you can invest some of that money that'll bring you a return on investment. Number 1, you can start a YouTube channel. All right. Plan for at least 2 years to grind on that YouTube channel. Make it something that you like, and eventually you will be able to monetize it by, you can get ad revenue from YouTube videos, or you can create an online course or coaching or something. You can write a book. It's all kinds of things. And actually, if you want to build an online business, that's a great way to do it. Build an online course. I can teach you how to do all those. I'll leave the links in the description. I have some online courses that teach you how to do that. I have a book that will teach you how to do that. We'll cover that at the end. So those are ideas. Start a YouTube channel and then monetize it. You can do a Patreon. A lot of YouTubers are doing that. You can monetize that after you build up your audience on YouTube. Merch, like the one I got on, you can sell merch or start a clothing line. That's easy to do. You can write a book. I can teach you how to do that. I've written a couple books that leads to a course. You can create an online course based around your YouTube content or something that you know how to do. These are easy things to do. You can create content on what you know. You don't have to try to think outside the box. If you're starting a business, you might need a little bit of money for advertising for a website. It's not that much, or maybe to start an LLC. If you do the budget that I just told you about, then you'll have the money to invest in that and other things. And then the big boy stuff is invest in cash flowing properties. So if you want a good place to start for this would be Bigger Pockets. Go check out biggerpockets.com. They have a YouTube channel. They have a podcast, but I really like them because they give you actual steps that you can do like in the next 90 days to get a property. They're not sponsoring me. They're not paying me to say this. I just think they're an awesome resource. Biggerpockets.com. Actually, you can go there for free and sign up for an agent to contact you, and they will start sending you properties in your area based on the things that you tell the agent. All right. Biggerpockets.com. And I'm talking about real estate, right? It's not easy, but it's not hard either. Start with something small, like a 2-plex or a 4-plex, and then do it over again. Then do it again until you are making the passive income that pays your bills from the budget you created in step 2. So for instance, if all your bills come to $3,000, let's just say if you don't want to work too hard, buy you enough properties that will bring you $3,000 in passive income, and then you can quit if you want. Or the smarter thing would be to keep your job, right? Keep throwing money at them investments and buy more investments until you are making double what your bills cost. So for instance, if your bills cost $3,000, spend that investment money in investments until you're making $6,000. Maybe you want to quit then, because then you got the $3,000 you covering your bills, and then you got an extra $3,000 to do whatever you want with. You can take a lady out, you can go travel, whatever. The thing is, it's not a quick overnight thing. Y'all need to understand that. And women ain't gonna understand it. They just gonna call you brokey. They gonna call you names. They ain't gonna call you a bum. But if you take this 365 days and you get focused on your purpose and mission and your money, like we're talking about in this episode, they'll never be able to call you a bum again. Now, fellas, I told y'all that starting an online business is pretty easy, especially with today, all the opportunities they have. Now, I wrote a book about how to start your own online business. It's called The Blueprint to Building Your Online Empire. It's the framework for how you can do that. And I have a free training that you can learn how to build these stages of framework to have your own online business. I have the link in the description. Now, that training is free. It's from this book. It's based on what I teach inside this book. It's a free training, and it covers the stages of how to build your own online empire. If you want to take that, it's free again, and it comes with a free workbook, but it's at bit.ly/5 stages training like you see here on the screen. And when you sign up, you get a free copy of an ebook that I wrote. It's called the Online Empire Blueprint Path Workbook. And basically, no matter where you're at on this journey, let's just say you got an idea or you started something already and you need to know which stage that you need to go to next, what you need to do next. That workbook will break that down for you. Or you can just support me by buying this book. It'll be in the link, and it's going to help you build your online empire. That's at stage 3 when you start investing, or if you want to think of some, or in step 2 when you want to build and think of some extra income to help fatten up them pockets. All right. I'm always excited about reading some comments from y'all, especially from my new listeners and visitors. Y'all make sure y'all go support me. Growth Gang merch, baby. I want y'all to become part of the Growth Gang. Get your money up, get your mindset up, get your relationships right. I do have short form content. I make shorts all the time from these longer videos. Listen, if you're here, I really appreciate it. It helps the algorithm. And if you follow these steps, it'll help you too. I appreciate the support. Any support, just watching, liking, commenting, please subscribe. Again, I got the merch. I got the books. I'm glad I can help y'all. Peace, blessings, and prosperity. I hope to see y'all in the next show.